Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blackout Tips Podcast. I'm your host, Rod, joined as always by my co-host, and
Karen.
we're live on a Tuesday, ready to do some podcasting. Find us everywhere you find podcasts. And we're busy, like we're doing work. Like we didn't do a show for y'all yesterday, but you can find our work over at Keith and the Girl. We did a long episode over there. It should be out today. For all the free people, it was behind the paywall at first. A lot of talk about Charlie Kirk and about all the happenings with last week on Keith and the Girl. So make sure y'all check that out. I also is on a podcast called MC University, where that we're ironically talking about a DC property, Peacemaker. It's Peacemaker season 2. And so they've been recapping it, and I hopped on there with them. So if y'all want bonus extra Rod and Karen, those are places you can go and find it. We're frequently on Three Guys On. So yeah, there's a bunch of places to catch up with us, even when we're not here. But if you want extra us, just us, you can go to the Blackout Tips Patreon and sign up, because there you get bonus stuff like a bunch of movie reviews and Nerd Off and Balls D Sports. And when we do live behind the paywall shows like Balls D Sports, the pregame, the Nerd Off, you guys get to see that. So you can go watch it. You can always click on the button again later and watch the replay. Like, it's a real fun thing, and it's just a little treat for all y'all premium peoples. That being said, we're not here alone in what has become essentially an annual tradition at this point.
I love it.
We are joined by D of the Bad and Boozy Podcast to discuss the Marion House 5K race to embrace independence. Team Pam Dukes. What's going on, D? How you doing?
Hi, how is everyone? Thanks for having me back. I was just telling somebody, I said, "Oh, they keep letting me come back. I love it."
Listen, I feel like lately we've been having a lot of guests on where it's just been like good vibes. You know what I mean? We had
That's my kind of energy.
Yeah, Karen cousin and her husband came on, and we talked about their charity work that they're doing.
I saw that, and I was saving it. I was saving it at one listen to, but I was like, "Oh, charity! Is it charity week around here?" Like,
it must be. Let me find out. But and then like the week before, we had a therapist on, Cassandra Dunbar. So like, I don't know, maybe September is that time, or maybe it's just that time of life. People need to get some other stuff out there.
Yeah, because fall, because I know fall is Roger's like favorite.
It's the best month. It's the best season.
Favorite season. And I didn't really think of it like this, but when fall, everything changes. You drop stuff, you let stuff go, you prepare for new things.
Yeah, fall has always been kind of like, a lot of people look for spring cleaning, but fall has always been kind of my renewal and reset. Like, so fall is my time. Yeah.
But let's talk about what you're doing, because like I said, it's a good cause and it happens every year. But some people, this is going to be their first show. It's going to be the show. They haven't been here since last year. So can you tell everybody about the 5K and like where they need to go to support?
I sure can. But before I say all that, Karen made you made the comment about it being fall, and it seemed like more people giving. So it seemed like I'm learning, being like now in the nonprofit world, like this is the time of year that like we about to roll into the holidays before we know it. So more people, this is the time of year that people are trying to come up with their money. So this is the time they looking like I need a tax break. So this is the time of year the nonprofits be trying to get the money.
You can write it on taxes.
Yeah, more people more likely to be like, all right, hold on, let me. The people are real generous around this time of year. But I will just introduce myself. I'm D. I now work, has been here well over a year, at the Marion House here in Baltimore. Marion House is a transitional housing program for women here in Baltimore. We've been around, this year makes 43 years. One of the cool things about the mission is, some people are like, "Are you religious?" But we're not necessarily a religious organization, but we were founded by nuns. So we still got like some of that hanging around, but it was never, they have been very like open, and we don't have any like religious aspect. We very liberal over here. But it is, the nuns started the organization first to help with recidivism, try to help women not return to incarceration, and the program has expanded over the years. So we have women either coming from jail or need to transition. Maybe other, like, like those 28-day like rehab programs, they need like a longer transition back into the community. And then some people might be coming from domestic violence situations, or different things like that.
Right.
Um, but I'm the CFO here now, and my biggest connection, even when I first reached out to y'all to the race, was because my mom was a resident at Marion House back in 2009 before she passed away in 2012. And the biggest fundraiser that we have coming up next week on the 27th is the Marion House 5K. And that's our largest, just like just donor fundraiser of the year. And me and my brothers and family and friends have participated in the race every year since 2014, in memory of my mom. And I've been like either the top team or top individual fundraiser every year since I've
Mm,
done a race. Well, every
mm.
year except for the first year, but every year. And now that I work here, I got like my things all around my office. um, yeah, so since I've been here, when I talked to y'all last year, it was just like I kind of fell into the CFO role.
Mm.
Like it was unexpected, but like in a great way.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But you, I
um,
mean, you
You
kind of
took your
already have some.
talents.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
already had like a background in
Mm-hmm.
like stuff. I know you were doing
yeah,
taxes and accounting
yeah.
and
So I
stuff
have
too.
I have an accounting background. I've literally done accounting since high school. I just found like my accounting certificate that I got with my diploma. But I worked at the IRS for 10 years, and so my accounting experience wasn't specifically like, oh, I'm sitting in the accounting department. So
Right.
to go from that to like I run the accounting department and all of that, it's been a huge learning curve over the last year.
Yeah.
But the best thing outside of this, the finance part, is me being to get to be like side by side, like literally my office right now. The next room over is one of the residence rooms. Our offices are right in the same house as the lady, so I get that unique perspective of um I get to do accounting, which is like my career, my history, my love, and with my passion, helping the ladies here. Um, so that's like the story in a nutshell. But
Mhm.
now let I've been up until like yesterday, my team Pam Dukes was like firmly in the lead.
Mm.
Somebody, some big donor came out of nowhere and donated the other guy like $2,500. I don't know where this lady
Mm.
came from, but
Mm.
now I'm like, I gotta secure my lead.
Right.
I
Yeah.
Then
take that personally.
How do where
I
do people
know
go? Where do
that's
people go to set you up?
I will drop the link in the chat, but I'm cracking up because like I get real competitive around here. I've got more of the employees
Yeah.
involved this year. A lot of the we register the women that we serve for
Right.
free, and a lot of them now is like, can we join your team? And I'm like, yes, come on, everybody just join my team.
Well,
But
I
it's
mean, I feel like if you're gonna be competitive for something, being competitive about something that helps people is like the best way to be competitive.
Ain't it
yeah.
though?
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because even if I lose, everybody wins in the end. I
Right.
dropped the link in the chat to my fundraising page, but it's
Okay.
our main website is marionhouse.org and you, slash 5K, and you'll see Team Pam Dukes and all the other stats. But it's been such a fun learning experience since I've been here. Very challenging because you got to
Mhm.
learn processes. I
What
don't
are the
necessarily
big
have.
what are the big challenges in your new role?
So I will say the biggest challenge is like if you see a program from the outside, it looks like, oh, this is this one program. And then I get inside, and I don't necessarily have a nonprofit background. So I'm learning about like, oh no, we have this one major program, but we have a bunch of smaller programs. Like so we have the transitional housing, and then we have Section 8 housing, and then we have a family program at another campus, and then all that is like housed under like smaller LLCs or smaller entities. So the books and records are more complicated than I knew. So learning that, and then learning about the I don't know the bureaucracy of the city, like when we get government funds, like with
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
which departments draw down, like which grants apply to what can we do here? We got Section 8 over here, we got affordable housing over here, we bill in Medicaid over here, we get grants from big foundations over here, and then when you first come in, just like a lot of jobs, all these acronyms, and I'm like, what those alphabets mean. to be
Ain't
the
that the
Mm,
truth? Yeah, I feel you're right. Like another
but
language.
but it's been fun kind of like figuring it all out. This time last year, I was copied on so many emails that I probably didn't even know why my
mm.
name was there. But now I'm like, oh, okay. Now I'm starting to speak the language. But it's just been like a process, but very interesting. And I've always wanted to give back to the community, so it's kind of nice to see how the city and the bureaucracy works in
Mm.
um, that person in office, but it's shaking stuff up like messing with money and
Yeah, I
things.
was
So
gonna ask that. Like,
it can be a little.
how is the climate around like the part of it that is government grants or dealing with that? Like, has that those things of like because there's two parts of it. One, we have a less charitable administration in office right now. I
Yes.
think
Right.
that can't really be debated. But then the other part of it is also a chaotic
Yes.
like thing. So like
Right.
like
So
if you tweet something, does that make it a law? Does like that type of
So
thing? So like how do y'all navigate
I,
that?
so I think it's like everybody is just kind of learning and kind of
Mm,
like bracing for the worst. But a lot of times we know that the administration will say something, but they didn't actually do a thing. So
right.
it'll have
right.
people on edge, but nothing really happened. But you got to also kind of be prepared for the
Prepared.
happening. But I think one
Yes.
of the things that we see, I think one of the immediate impacts that we have is people's ability to give because you're going to be less charitable if your jobs are cut. If
Right.
if your services are cut, or if you just or if things cost so much, you don't have much money to give to places like us. We're fortunate as a nonprofit to be one of the nonprofits in the city that have a fairly large um, amount than a typical nonprofit would have, like sitting in our investments. But every nonprofit doesn't. So like we have a more of a cushion than
Mm,
some people will have. But like I would say like was it February, whenever he just like popped up like he was just causing all the chaos. All of a sudden you on like 5 million emails from people in the city,
right.
from the mayor's office of homeless services, and everybody just trying to jump on these calls because even though a lot of our money might not be federal funds directly, it might be from the city that's getting it from the feds. So either
Uh,
way, it could trickle down to us. So everybody's like hopping on calls, like what we'll do if they cut off this pot of money and blah 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 blah. Like trying, I think it was more chaotic like early in the year, and but now you're just kind of like watching the headlines and things like that. And probably my biggest concern around this time is if he makes any changes to Medicaid, because a lot of the women we serve, we're able to provide counseling and different services like that, but we're able to get reimbursed because they're Medicaid eligible. But if they're
mm,
not Medicaid eligible, then we could be trying to serve a bunch of women, but not bringing in any revenue to serve those same women.
mm,
But is we I just try to be like not reactive, but as proactive as I can. But sometimes you just never know. But that part has been interesting. Like they cut off money. At worst, we got a couple programs that we would have to fold. Ideally, hopefully we don't, but
Right.
um, yeah,
mm,
it can be tough. Yeah.
You also said that y'all serve like families, and when it comes to that, is it like the structure of it is like mother and children? Is it children only? You like type of
So it's
thing?
usually a mom, and she may be pregnant or she may have several kids. So we
Okay.
have different intake requirements but based on what they need, what kind of housing, like if they qualify for Section 8 or like or like our affordable housing programs. She would talk to our intake coordinator and then talk to the program managers to see if she would make a good fit for the program. Like they required to work and have certain kind of things, like maybe attend certain like groups and counseling and stuff like that to be part of the program. But it depends. But it's kind of nice to have the family program up there with the kids.
You're also like you said, you're located at the same place that the residents are. Over the time you've been there, particularly being that close to them, how seeing the growth in them, like how does it make you like feel to see like the difference between when people first started to
Yes.
now? I'm pretty sure there has to be
So
some
I'm
trans.
glad. Yeah. So I'm glad you asked. I think I knew it would be different because not only am I like our headquarters I think in this building is a combination of offices, and we have like a large living area downstairs and like a commercial kitchen. The second floor, and then it's all offices on the first floor, and the second floor is a combination of rooms for the clients and offices, and then on the third floor it's all resident rooms. So you see the ladies in the hallway throughout the day, depending on what's on their schedules. And then a lot of times we'll host celebrations or dinners for them after work. So sometimes if you're just here, you just go to the celebration. Like one thing we like to do around here is have a party. But after, especially after a whole year, you kind of see because this part of the program the ladies are usually here up to maybe a little bit over a year. Some people a little bit more, a little bit less, because the hope is for them to be able to go into the community or into our Marion House 2 program. But so the ladies come in, they have to meet with all the leadership on the staff, myself, and everybody else. So their thing with me is they have a financial obligation while they're here. So I usually use that time to talk to them one on one and not only tell them the financial agreement, but also just kind of get to know them. Um, I always let them know that like my mom was a resident here and things like that, and I know and notice that like this just makes me more relatable. But like when you watch them like go to their groups and graduate from their groups, and then they get a job, or they in different parts, and like when they come in and like be excited. I think it hit me probably about this time last year, maybe like November or something, that even though I wasn't fully in this role, one of my ladies was moved, whose her room was right across the hall. So I would hear her big mouth all the time and laugh with her or whatever. And then she was moving into our another program. And even though I still see her sometimes, that when she moved out, she was the first one that I was like, oh, like
Right.
they leave you. Like I was
Yeah.
like, I was like, I gotta get used to this. Like the part of my routine was talking to her, but now it's like, but she's moving on. Like she's done better and she's moved on and she's working
Yes.
and
Right.
on to the next phase. And I was like, oh, if I plan to be here for a long time, I gotta get used to this heartbreak. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but
Well,
also kind of like being happy for them moving on. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
yeah, I imagine it's almost like being a teacher, where it's like
Yes,
my
that's a good
goal is
analysis.
for you to, yeah, my goal
Yeah,
is for you to not have to
my
keep
whole
coming
is
back.
all
And
is
I'm
like,
kind
oh
of sad.
yeah, that's the goal. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the goal. You're supposed to leave. Or then just like I had one resident who so part of their financial agreement, when we collect their money, we put the majority of it in savings. So when they move on, I'm the one that get to be like, hey, and by the way, here's your money. And I
Right.
had a lady who like gave me her paycheck and like was faking. And at first I was like, what's going on? But she realized she was at like a $5,000 savings goal and she was so excited she never saved any money in her life. So then she in my office crying, I'm in here crying, and I'm just like, what? And like
Oh,
so it's like you just so happy. Like she was just like so excited to move into one of our apartments and like buy the mattress that she had been looking at and stuff
right.
like that.
And just meet baby.
So yeah, yeah, because some of the basic things that we take for granted, like we had somebody come in from prison who like was still using her prison shower shoes. We're like, girl, we can get you new shoes. So throw those
Mhm.
things away.
Sanitation
But yeah,
stuff.
so
A lot
so
of
it's some
people.
of those
Yeah.
small things. Yeah, so when they come in, we have like starter kits from because a lot of people they don't have they may have nothing. They
Right.
may so we have like things like to get them started. So like get to seeing like how the sausage is made has
Mm.
been really cool and for the most part heartwarming. Every story isn't a success story. So on occasion, someone gets removed from the program, but hopefully it's to find them a different level of care that maybe we can't provide or something like that. Or
Right.
they may not.
Is that hard too? Like, is that also hard on you when it's like, man, this person we're not
Yeah,
the right.
I think it depends on the attachment. Like if we have somebody that come in like pretty like they came in and I didn't really get to know them, it's still sad. But like if we have like somebody who's been with us for years and maybe relapses, like it might be they might be in one of our permanent like on our permanent housing or one of our more long term programs and they've been doing so good and then they might have relapsed or something like that could be tough,
Mm,
especially for the case managers or people that work with them every day. But we do
Right.
our best to try to reconnect them with resources in the community and we everybody gets a second chance if you do what you need to do
right.
around here. But overall it can be great. Like our house manager right now is downstairs cooking pork chops, and I'm probably gonna grab one after we get off this call.
Yeah.
So it's like you get the little bonus things like working with like the old black lady that's like your auntie or
Yeah,
whatever. I was
I bet
like,
y'all potluck probably be off the hook, like
I
for
right because I
Thanksgiving.
know a lot of them
let
probably
me
can't
tell you.
really cook.
Let me tell you, especially so the one of the things the ladies have to do at this part of the program is they on a cook team, so they have to like share cooking duties, and everybody got different strengths and weaknesses. All the ladies can't cook,
Mm.
but they all work together. They figure it out. But listen, sometimes you get the right lady that can cook, and then they be like, "Hey, try this." I'll be like, "When this such and such cooking again?" Um, cause, or a lot of times, like if you hear late, they like, "Hey, Mr. Beatrice, just come downstairs with us." So even if I try to hide, sometimes they be like, "Where you at? You not hanging with us?" Because we try to do for holidays and things like that. We always try to do something for them. Because for many of them, they hadn't had a chance to like celebrate holidays safe and
Right,
sober. So
right.
we always do something Juneteenth, Mardi Gras, whatever. And
Mhm.
one thing about my big Aries nature is most of the time I'm at the event with the ladies. Like
Okay.
I got a little I won a spades competition in Black History Month with one of the ladies. so I'm I'm in here. I'm in here.
Oh, is it?
So
And also, like, you were talking about like people are being sober. So, like, do y'all have to be mindful of that? Like, hey, we not bringing alcohol and stuff like that in here.
we cannot have no, yeah, we can't have alcohol on the premises at all. Like
Does that
even when I'm
conflict with
talking.
your podcast? Does that? Do you be like, man,
Um, I just
okay,
don't talk about it. I just don't tell the ladies about it. But
I feel you.
I know how to edit.
Yeah,
But you learn. But I can't be like, oh, I was at the Ravens game. It was lit. I gotta be like,
right, right.
like,
I had a great time at the
oh,
Ravens game. Go Ravens.
like, oh, I had a good time. I mean, they're not stupid, but I'm not gonna like put
Mhm.
it in their face. Stuff. Also, you learn stuff about the ladies sometimes because it didn't dawn on me the other day. I was just talking about watching the game, and one of our clients was like, she was like, I'll be glad when I get to watch football again. And I didn't understand why at first. But even watching football, she always associated it with watching football and drinking. So she just doesn't
Right,
watch
Okay, I can
football.
see that.
She's
Yeah.
just not there yet. And I was like, oh, like thanks for sharing. I always let them know like share whatever you want. You're not obligated. But it's, I'm not a hard person to open up to. But I thought that was something to kind of like keep in mind for the next person. I don't know who might have something similar.
right.
But you learn a
Agreed.
lot about the ladies. Yeah.
Um, is the are y'all seeing like waves of people needing more help or more people needing help? I know a lot of people are very concerned about the economy now because of all
Yeah.
these
Mhm.
changes. You got the tariffs, you got all that type of stuff. And then in addition to, are y'all seeing more people that need help? Are you seeing people that have like less to give, or is it harder to get donations at this point because people are feeling the
Yeah,
crunch?
so it is a little bit harder to get donations, and I think from a people perspective, an individual perspective, and even large, the people with a lot of money, because this year we had a drop in like the big companies that would sponsor us, the race and stuff like that. Like some of our sponsors that would have gave us like $10,000, like dropped out and didn't give us money this year. So we like,
Wow.
dang, who they get? Hopefully they gave it to another organization that needed it more than us, which I'm assuming so. But
Right.
but they're cutting funds.
Don't talk about
Um,
tariffs and
in-
they be like, woo.
Well, not just
individuals
that,
have.
like you have the like that stuff with tariffs, but then you have a lot of companies who cut back on like DEI initiatives
Yeah.
Yeah, and just
Hmm.
because whether they felt like they were worried about what the administration was going to target them, or whether
Yeah,
it's
you
just
just never know. And so I know at least one of the companies had a change in their leadership, and the person at the top before had a long standing relationship with us, and this person was just like, I don't know them. Like, so like that.
right.
Um, and the change as far as people always need housing.
Mm,
Our issue, we get more calls, but we aren't a shelter. We aren't an
right.
emergency shelter. So sometimes people call us because they need somewhere to go right now. But that's not the
right.
nature of our program. So unfortunately, we got to turn those type of people away. Usually, we take people who have kind of already like had a good start on their journey, and then they need that next boost. So, like if
Mm,
you just stopped using drugs or drinking or something like last week, like we need a long like you need to be in like a 28-day or a shorter program, another program before you come, because this part of the program is like more long term. So
mm.
Right.
but it's concerning that because Trump thinking about like he talking about like cutting homeless services, like the funding to homeless services, period. And I'm like, that's really ridiculous because the rent's
Yeah,
too damn high. So
yeah.
so a lot of people are homeless, even the
Mhm.
people who not don't have any jail or substance use histories or things like that. People ain't got no place to go.
Yeah, and it's very difficult too because like it's not just a matter of like balancing a budget or whatever. Like they make money for the stuff they want to, and a lot of the stuff they're making money, they make them find the money for is very
We
cruel. It's,
don't need no more guns and tanks and stuff. People need
yeah,
housing.
you're good, bro.
People
No
need
more
Slap,
bullets.
housing.
you got National Guard money. You know you ain't got no National
Right.
Guard money.
Exactly. Exactly. So that part has been very interesting, kind of like seeing it off from the inside. Because before I was just like, "Yay, let's raise money, let's up." But now I'm just like, I work directly with the people who like we raise these funds for, and
That
I'm
are
like,
being
"No, it's real.
impacted,
It's real out
right?
here. It's real. Yeah."
What kind
Yeah.
of things can people give? Is it just money, or do people also give other things?
Things.
So we keep like donations and things on hand. Sometimes we'll have like furniture and things like that because like depending on the program, we like having furniture in their apartments or like bedding, like when we turn the rooms over, we got to go in clean and put new bedding and things like that, toiletries. This is the time of year outside of the 5K. The next thing we'll roll right into is our Christmas and program. So we like all the ladies in all across the programs make wish lists. So we try to get general things that they might want, but we try to fulfill all the ladies' wish list. So we get people to kind of like adopt the ladies and the individuals.
Right.
Um, Clothes. Now, one interesting thing, well, I thought was interesting. Like sometimes we like getting rid of clothes and things like that, and I think some people aren't mindful of like this old worn pair of jeans. So we typically only um, take brand new clothes because
Yeah, I
what'll
can see
happen
that.
is like a
Right.
lot of these ladies haven't had anything, and then somebody just want to give you their little used hand me downs, and I
It
think
makes
that
a
we think
difference.
they deserve they
Yeah.
deserve something nice and fresh and not just like a
Yeah.
afterthought. So we
And
typically just take new clothes and coats and things.
yeah. And in situations like this, depend on the environment they came from. For some of them, they may have never really had new. Like most of everything in their
Right.
life may have been some form of hand me
It might have
down.
been hand me down.
Right.
So we
So
try to encourage them, like when you get that wish list, put something on there that you want. Because they'll put
Mhm.
like, oh, I need some socks. So I'm like, girl, we'll get you some socks. Put
yeah.
something on there that you actually want. Because a lot of them have only been in survival mode and only about
Yes.
what they need, but haven't had just a gift. Because I don't know, you want a Lilo and Stitch blanket. I don't care if you 50 and you want a Lilo and Stitch blanket, put it on the
Put it
list.
right.
Yeah, so but yeah, so that's after the race, that's kind of nice. And now that I'm here, we do like a big Christmas dinner and the staff serve the ladies and they open up their gifts and you know, we like to turn on the waterworks around here. So somebody
Yeah.
probably gonna cry when they get something or whatever, but it's fun.
when when is the 5K? When is the deadline for people to give all of that stuff?
So the 5K is Saturday, September 27th. Um and you can give up until the day. You actually can give after that day, but I want you to give before, so
Right. So
my
you could
fundraising
win.
prize,
You want to
so
be
I
in
can
first.
turn up. But
Right.
I've had a couple people like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to donate before then. You know what? We gonna need your money regardless. So give me the
Oh,
money
that's
the
true.
next
Right.
week if you need to. We usually leave the fundraising link live a couple weeks after the race, but it's
Okay.
Saturday, September the 27th. And I will say, if there's any runners or people like that listening, that we do have a virtual option if you would like to join my team and
Okay.
just log your results
Mm,
virtually. So you can donate, you can join, you can do both. You can share the link to somebody else that you might think is interested in the cause. Um, but yeah, so this is our 17th
wow.
annual race. Yeah, and I've been doing it for about what 12 of the years. So kind of
Mm,
crazy.
So with the
Yeah.
virtual, you could do that from anywhere, right?
Yep, and then you'll just we'll still send you your t-shirt and um if we haven't missed a deadline, they'll get your shirt. But you'll just log your race results virtually. And this year, if I y'all know that Denzel gift, he was like, I'm leaving with something. I'm leaving with something. So
yeah.
if I didn't, I was like, even though I'm like neck and neck for the top fundraiser, This year, my personal goal for a team, I never won largest team. But Johns Hopkins usually would have a team, and they would just come out here with like 25 people, and I was like, I ain't got all them people. But this year, as of before this podcast, I got 34 people on my team. 34. So I'm trying to win biggest team this year. So I got new goals, new goals.
That sounds like a lot.
Now I will say, a lot of that is because, listen, the residents here like me. So when they registered, they said, let's join Mr. Demetrius' team. And I said, I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to stop you.
I'm not
So
gonna talk to you, but I don't blame you.
give me the boost. I had to double check with our advancement coordinator. Like, I ain't had the numbers. They said they wanted to join my team.
Right, I didn't make them or force them.
I
Just
ain't
so you
strong
know.
on them. Yeah, but it's been fun.
You just being extra nice to them when they first come in. Like, here's a candy bar. I mean, if you want to sign up for my team, it's cool. But if not, it's no pressure.
Now we got a range of women, so some of them might be a little technologically challenged. And I'm like, you want me to register you right now? Come on to my office. I'll do it right now.
I got you covered.
But it's another thing, because over the years, it's different levels of excitement of the ladies wanting to participate in the race. Because we want you to participate, because everybody who comes, we're here to support them.
Right.
So we like, y'all better come outside. These people gonna be out there. But I'm like the fun auntie, but I'm at work. So they like, let's join her team, because I'll be getting them hyped.
When you do these races and you see residents that have like gone on and been very successful coming back and participating in a race, I know that has to kind of impact everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because that has to be a beautiful moment.
One of the highlights of the race every year, even before I was working here, is before the race actually kicks off, we have a like the MC of the race, and it's usually for at least 5 years have been one of our local news people, the Oriole Bird to be here, all that. But before the race starts, we always have an alumni resident like speak and do a speech every year. You just standing by the podium hearing whoever's story, and you're about to cry because she done told you about how she was in the like prostitute, whatever the story is. And then last year's lady was so eloquent. I was like, you wrote that? I was like, dang, she got writing skills. The delivery was good. But that's the one time you just be in the audience. You be like, we be looking at each other like, who gonna cry first? But it's beautiful for them to come back on. But this year is kind of fun.
Let me start running so the sweat make it look like I'm crying. It's just more.
This year's kind of exciting because like now I already know the resident that's going to speak. So I've been hyping up like, oh, you want to speak? And I can't wait to see what her. It's like we be thinking like, do we think she'd be a good person? I was like, no, she'd be good. So it's kind of nice because this will be one of my residents that was here like my first year here, and now she's off doing her thing, but she's coming back to speak for the race. So that's gonna be
dope.
Look at my girl.
Tell everybody one more time where to donate and stuff, and then we're gonna get into some of these topics on the show.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. So everybody can donate. Go to marionhouse.org/5K and look for Team Pam Dukes. But I'm also going to drop the link in the chat once more. And if y'all follow me on any of the social medias, y'all probably see me posting it and posting because that's what I do around this time. Yeah, and thank you to everybody. Because I've definitely seen some names from prior years, from the listeners, from online and stuff like that, who have supported again this year, even before I came on the show. So, thanks in advance to whoever gonna help me get to my $5,000 goal in the next week.
I love how the Baltimore accent comes out when you say Pam Dukes. Like I hear
you too. It's the you. People like say you too. But the Baltimore is real. Y'all see my nails? Ravens.
Ravens all day. Hopefully y'all can do it this year. You know what I'm saying? We rooting for y'all.
Come on, Lamar. Come on.
Because it's not gonna happen for the Panthers.
It's not gonna be the Panthers.
It's not gonna happen for us. So we're
terrible.
All right, let's get into some topics, man. I'll start off, try to keep it a little upbeat today, and start off with maybe some Black capitalism.
Okay, let's do this.
Oh yeah.
I hear y'all talking, but the only thing I'm listening to is that paper. Every day we get into that paper. Hear the money talk, I see it later. Every day we get into the paper. I hear the money talk. See you later.
Black capitalism, where we go around, find different stories about black people doing things with their money. 112 announces Room 112 tour with Total and Case.
Woo, we taking us back to
boy.
the 90s, 2000s. I remember when that album came out, child.
Come on.
Come on, I couldn't even find it. That Room 112, me and one of my friends went to every Best Buy and shot it. That shit was sold out. They couldn't get a hold of that city, mad.
You could tell they got their publishing money back from Diddy, because they was like, yeah, we ready to tour. Like, now that we can make the money,
we can make the money.
Like, let's go. Total, Case, 112. It's gonna be nothing but uncles and aunties up in there.
This is
having the time of their lives.
And I gotta remind myself that I am firmly an auntie now. So sign me up.
Come on. I will drop it like it's lukewarm and
come on. Move it like it's cold.
Right. Put your hand up on my not too hard. Queen Latifah has launched a game-changing health program after embracing menopause. Queen Latifah brought her voice and Queen Latifah. She's like, let's go. She's now the face of Weight Watchers' first ever menopause focused program called Weight Watchers for Menopause. The campaign launches this month. It'll provide women with access to menopause trained clinicians, evidence-based treatments such as hormone therapy and GLP-1 medications, personalized nutrition and fitness plans, and workshops designed specifically for every stage of menopause.
Wonderful. That's really good, because for some reason people talk about menopause and things like that, and it impacts women, but a lot of people just ignore it. Because I'm at the age where I'm premenopausal, and premenopausal could be 10 years or longer, depend on that thing, and it impacts you very, very differently. And I appreciate that, because a lot of women go through it very silently, and they don't
need some more. It's nice to have more representation, because I don't remember nobody talk about nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
I love my mama to death, but the ancestors failed us. They didn't tell us. They didn't
talk about nothing. I didn't understand nothing about hot flashes, menopause, and nothing. All I realized one day I walked into the house, because me and my mama, we lived there, just me and her. One day I walked in, and she was butt naked on the floor, and she's like, "This is the coldest place in the whole house." Oh, I was like, why are you naked on the floor? Because I'm a kid, so I'm like, why are you naked on the floor? What's happening here? Not realizing that, all of a sudden her skin caught on fire and she didn't know what to do.
Right.
I
think also is because a lot of things for women in our society is like sex appeal stuff. It's all like, can you have sex with this woman? And it's like, when you're talking about menopause, it's not about men. It's not about sexual attraction.
Yeah, that's why they don't care.
So there's no glamorous like commercials about it. There's no there's not a lot of women who want to talk about it and associate their brand with like menopause. Like
it's not
Queen Latifah making her this part, putting her brand on the line for this
is great. A fun fact, it's kind of related. This is kind of related to my job here. Now that myself and our COO are here, my whole leadership team is women. So I'm the youngest, so I get some of that menopausal education that I don't get from the ancestors right here during our leadership meetings, because we can pause the meeting and they can be like, hold on, and we can all talk about it. So that's that's definitely a perk of working with women and serving all the women, is having those conversations.
I think with me, my mother-in-law really helped me out a lot about some of the changes they don't really talk about, like the hair thinning, your body aches, like things that you don't really, mood swings. You're irritated really easily, and you just don't know why. You're going through those things, and like you say, the ancestors, sometimes you go, well, I wish y'all would have gave me kind of a a heads up, you don't even know. A lot of people don't even know they're going through it right now. They just think something's wrong, going to the doctor telling them it's all right, versus you actually are premenopausal.
Yeah.
Ruby Bridges. Y'all know who Ruby Bridges is? She's a little girl. It's I kind of picture of a little girl that integrated the schools, black girl. There's all those angry white people behind her. She walked in New York Fashion Week, like I think it was last night. And it's interesting too. It wasn't just her. Like it was like some other
iconic leaders. Yep.
Yeah, and I just think it's dope because Fashion Week is kind of really considered almost like a very elitist thing. Like to even care about fashion and to get into it, there's so many like barriers and gatekeepers and all this stuff. So then you get like these black fashion icons who are like, and at this moment where they're erasing history, that chose to use it not just to be like, check out our clothes, look at the drip, but it's like, look, we got a statement too about these women y'all are trying to forget. And the show creator Lenny Smith said that the concept was designed to remind people how recent school desegregation was.
Right, and it's not that old. And when you tell people this, I purposely feel like it's strategically and it's purposefully done. Pictures, a lot of pictures, particularly of her, are in black and white. It's done like that on
black
purpose.
and white pictures.
Like when we had shit where you could have did color if you opted to, but you like, no, we're gonna darken. We're gonna hold on,
because Brandon's gonna write in if he still listens, and he always do write in about this because he's a film person. He's like, it's not a conspiracy. They're not doing that on purpose. That was the technology of the time. That's how they kept. So yeah, I know someone that's going
to be conspiracy, but it is like because it's black and white, our brain is trained to think like.
I think that's true.
So old.
But I just want to make sure because somebody always fucking writes in to be like, y'all always say it's a conspiracy. I'm okay. It's not a conspiracy, but I definitely felt that way when I was when we used to do Black History Month, and they would pull out the eyes on the prize, and they didn't really do the Technicolor update. So I would be in there being like, oh, my brain, like you said, you see black and white, it goes right to like, oh, this must have happened 100 years ago, and it's like, no, that was yesterday.
And because we in a time we were in that in between where like technology was slow, so it makes sense that it felt far away. But with the kids, that feels even farther away. Because I have friends whose children asked us, did we have color TV? Like in their brain, we didn't have color TV, so that so Martin Luther King is way old to them, and it's not old at all.
Yeah, maybe ask you, were you around? You were looking like, no, I wasn't around. How old you think I am?
Well, for those kids too, like we're at a point now where when they just see the 4x3 frame instead of the widescreen, that's like how color and not color for us was a thing. For them, the bars on the side is like, this some old shit.
If it don't fill the whole screen, why is there black spaces?
And like for us, that's not that long ago. Like it was stuff in like 2010 that was still the 4x3.
Yeah.
So like I'm sure they be like, man, why are you showing me this old stuff? I'm like, boy, this Wu-Tang. What you talking about? These boys, they not old. Like we old, man. But shout out to them for doing that. They also had Coretta Scott King, Bernice King, the daughter of Martin Luther King, Coretta Scott King, Ilyasha Shabazz, the daughter of Malcolm X, and Dr. Betty Shabazz, Benjamin Hayes Jr., the creator of the Juneteenth flag, and the legendary duo Tommy Smith and John Carlos, who y'all know from putting their fist in the air at the 1968 Olympics. All these people alive. All like Ruby Bridges is 71. 71. We not talking, they want
she done saying that. She done saying Barack. She done saying Trump come back. Oh Lord, like
man, that's the stuff I be feeling the worst about. Is like I be feeling like, man, America really let these folks down because they had made progress and put everything on the line. And we was up there like, yeah, progress. We patting ourselves on the back. And then it's like, we're watching them roll back progress.
Yeah, it's like
in real time.
I had more freedoms before than I do now. What's happening here?
You watching people get fired for just being like, hey, you know, that dude did a lot of hate speech. It's like, we're not saying that right now. Shut up. Like we're watching history be changed in our faces. And it's just, I just saw something where Trump said he was gonna take down a lot of the exhibits on slavery and stuff at like national parks and museums. One of them is the iconic picture of the back of that one slave where it's just a picture and you see all the that they're taking that down. So when they say stuff like slavery wasn't that bad, like that was a picture that told a truth that could not be denied.
Right.
So when you tell somebody slavery wasn't that bad, you just pointed that picture like, you mean that wasn't that bad? And it's like, let me shut up. They're taking that stuff down because they're trying to erase it in real time.
When people say slavery is not that bad, you go be a slave then.
Right.
If slavery was the best thing since sliced bread, being owned like a chair, you volunteer.
It's weird.
You're not word.
How you gonna say slavery not that bad, but then be like, the reason I be voting the way I do is because economic anxiety is so hard out here. It's like, the economy is hard. You know what's real hard? Not getting paid anything for your labor. That's much harder than I'm making a little less, or the eggs cost a little bit more. But okay, but
right.
we the snowflakes over here though.
Right, snowflakes.
Let's see. We'll do one more, guys. This one's kind of a funny one, but it is black capitalism. Right. And look, not all black capitalism is gonna always be good. Lil Yachty.
Okay, I know who that is.
Right, we saw him in concert.
Yes,
for Tyler the Creator.
Mm-hmm.
He got slammed for ignoring male supporters at his meet and greet.
Oh, I heard about it. He petty.
They ain't get upset.
Come on, man. Come on. Because people pay extra for that meet and greet, man.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
You can't, yeah, come on. And honestly, if you're a dude, especially, well, actually any dude, I was gonna say especially a straight dude, but any dude, if you're a dude paying for the meet and greet, you worked yourself through a bunch of ego to see this man.
You really wanted to see that man. Like,
I wanted to see him worse than the women that wanted to see him. Because you gotta go, because that's not even a thing. Listen, I have a lot of male friends. Now that I think about it, I don't think any of them has ever told me they paid for a meet and greet with another man. I'm just saying. Right, because and it's not their fault. Like, I wouldn't judge them, but I know. I'm just saying, societally, that's the pressure these brothers went through. Yeah, they paid the extra money. Yeah, because they was like, I'm gonna get this selfie. I'm gonna if they of a certain age, they probably gonna try to freestyle for them, see if they get a deal. That sucks.
You never know.
That's why you make them pay the money. And then you was like, nah, but I'm not. This ain't a sausage party. I don't want to talk to you. That's crazy, Lil Yachty. What you doing?
You can't do that.
So yeah, he had the picture with all the women. Here's a video of from Twitter of the interaction.
Yeah, because all the pictures are part of the
They took
Who put the YMC over there?
I don't know why they put that beat over there. The song over there. I don't know. But there's him with a woman in the top left corner of the picture. Then there's a dude that came up and he's looking like kind of standoffish. And I guess they did like Lil Yachty with the girl. He hugs. Lil Yachty with the dudes. He just stayed on his phone the whole time. Yeah.
You need to acknowledge them or something. I mean,
I'm
like you. They not trying funny. I've done meet and greets.
They paid their money.
Yeah, you pay a little extra.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if at the next Blackout Tips it was like, oh, the VIP people pay extra, come get a selfie, and then the dudes come up, I'm just on my phone like, nah, bro, I don't do that shit, man.
And it's even worse that he was just on his phone. Like, bro, that is that's not good money.
Yachty, I was rooting for you, but like I said, all capitalism isn't good. There's sometimes people abuse it. Let's do something else kind of fun. Let me see what else I have in the fun bag. Do I have any new gender wars? Let me see.
I don't think I've been here for gender wars.
Okay, yeah, this is a new segment. Let me pull out the gender wars song, and then we can play the game. I'll explain the rules and everything in a second.
There's a war going on outside. There's a war going on outside.
Okay, gender wars. We go around, we find different, sometimes user submitted content about these people trying to start these fights between the men's and the women's online. They put out the memes. We've all seen them. We've all logged on to Facebook, and it's a woman in a lingerie bending over a fridge, and it's like, what, this your girl best friend, what thoughts or whatever, you know. And so we know they do what they really seeking to do. And what we do here, we don't pick a side. I'm not trying to tell you who's right or wrong. What we do is we judge the content based on the merits. Like, is this going to go viral? Is it going to make people mad? Will people have opinions? What, like, and then we give it from 0 to 10 on how quality the content is. And also if it's fake, like we also do that a lot too. If it's fake, we're like, we can tell. So this one is from the Bish Gossip. Man, Instagram let anybody make an account.
Yes, they will.
Really?
You got a valid email address?
Y'all be following this? I should have asked the person that sent this, like, you follow them? And it's, the caption is it's a woman leaned over a plate eating some food, and it says, woman reveals her date ditched her in the middle of dinner because she didn't know how to eat steak correctly. Okay, let's go.
This is very trolly.
Shan Lavelle James says, I finally let this guy take me out after he stayed in my DMs begging for a chance just for him to play in my face and walk out on me at the restaurant. Rolling my eyes emoji. If y'all men can't afford to take women out, stop begging for dates. It's sad he had to come up with a lame excuse just to leave me stuck with a bill I couldn't even afford. And the crazy part, his issue was me not knowing how to eat a steak. Like, be for real. As a man, it's your job to teach me, not embarrass me. So not only is he broke, but he's lacking masculinity too. I'm exposing him because the world needs to know how he did me. And then the picture is her eating a steak where she is literally got it in her mouth like almost like a dog. She didn't cut the steak at all, and it's just hanging out of her mouth almost onto the plate. Now, I have some questions about the authenticity, because, like, who took the pic?
Because this picture, who took the picture?
Right. And why would you post the pic that you took of you doing this?
Why would you post the picture?
Yeah, and the way she wrote it, where I'm exposing him, it's like, well, why isn't it a picture of him? It's really
because people want to see the picture first and have more judging of the picture before they read all them words. So you already put yourself out there, sis.
Right. And then I have another question once again to the authenticity. She put a screenshot of their text message, which I'm about to read, but the overlay on the screenshot is her own, like, Shan Lavelle James as like the overlay. Like, almost like how TMZ does, so you can't steal the photo, which once again, I'm like, okay, you do that when you're trying to make viral content.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? Because you can't steal my content.
Name out there.
Right. So here's the apparent supposed text messages. Hey, are you okay? You've been gone from the table like 10 minutes. I left. What do you mean left? You haven't even paid, and you said you were going to the bathroom. I paid for my food. Dude, what the F? I hope this is a joke. The joke is you a woman that's almost 40 picking up a steak and biting it like you're an animal. You're embarrassing and classless, and I hate I ever hopped in your DM. You're nothing like you appear to be on the internet. Her. Nigga, I only allowed you to take me on a date so I could get a meal. Ain't no way you playing in my face like this. A real man would have shown me how to properly eat the steak. If you're broke and can't afford me, you shouldn't have took me on the date. I don't have the money for this food. You need to cash at me. Shorty, you got your meal. You just got to pay for it. Be blessed, big rabbit teeth. Oh, H word. All right. Yeah, he doesn't play. Or fictional person or whatever, whoever supposedly sent this don't play.
They friend, whoever's in it.
So Karen, with all those context clues, all the scope of what happened, the picture, the status she posted, and then of course the
did you do the comments?
Oh yeah, okay.
What's the comments?
All right, so this is from 3 weeks ago. I'm trying to see if I can't tell the total number of comments, but I'll read some. Mm-hmm. One is just my girl Sarita just posted a bunch of laughing emojis. Dominique Chin, who is like a person, a famous like IG model type person, like a model. So did he send her this picture for the collage because she said she calling him out, but by this picture she needs to be called out because girl, what?
Girl,
Comedy with Kubari says, don't ever go anywhere without being able to take care of yourself. And 4,000 people like that for him. But he also got 24 replies. Let's see if people are arguing with him. Oh no, they on his side. Exactly. Menu prices are easy to Google. Period. Say it louder. Did she ever say she couldn't? Okay, Simply Tay, put it up for the girls. She's like, I'm fighting to the bitter end. Facts. I always have your own 100. This will save you from embarrassment. That part. So most people agree with him. Okay. Why the steak so light?
Y'all know we like it well done, burnt, rubbery.
The real questions.
I was sitting up here thinking the steak looked kind of like too well done. I was like, oh man, I would have took it a little bit like medium rare or something. This person, man, black people love a well done steak.
It didn't have a good char.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true. It is funny because like I don't know what steak did to us, but it's generational at this point.
They take that personally when they be like, you ordered medium. I was like, child, I don't want to chew a rubber band. If you don't get out my face.
I used to work at IHOP and they had the T-bone. And listen, if it was black people ordering it, it was gonna be well done. It just is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. She called him broke, but then said she had no money. She admitted that she only went on a date for a meal. In hindsight, he could do no wrong. Okay, but who took the picture? See, them the people those people passed my critical thinking test. Everybody just like, why you if the picture real, why would you post it? Funny how someone who can't afford their own meal call a man broke. Sorry, but I'm truly cracking up at this. Wow, God bless everyone. Okay, all right. So those were the comments. Now, Karen, 0 to 10, what would you score this?
I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna go on the lower end, and the biggest reason why I'm gonna go on the lower end, this would have been better in the video. You know, the thing about the gender wars that kind of make the difference is you can visually see the interaction. Like if he would have been recording her actually doing this action and her responding and a back and forth type of thing, it would have added another level, because it's okay to read the words, but it don't move me the same as me, physically actually seeing what was happening, because we'd have had more context of the environment and the, the tone of their voices and things like that.
Right.
And so for me, that's why I'm knocking it down.
What was the number?
3.
Okay. What about you, D? What would you give it out of 10?
Man, like a 3, like Karen. That picture, once I saw that picture, I was like, this is not even believable.
Right.
Like, because I didn't even want to read all those words after the picture. Like, no, bro, who took that? Now, it's pure comedy, but this ain't no real, I don't believe it. This ain't no real fight. This ain't no real gender war.
And she got a watermark.
It sounds like she need to go into the writing business, because it sounds like she got a script for a TV movie over here with those.
So that was what I was gonna say. Is like I almost want to give it 2 different scores, because I like it's a 0 for me because it's so obviously fake. Like,
right.
But it's also kind of like a 10 because it's so funny and it's so
hilarious.
It was very entertaining, but not for the gender wars controversy.
Exactly.
But now I kind of want to see what kind of ghetto mess is coming next.
Yeah, and so like I went and Googled her name, and like soon as I put Shan Lavelle, like the whole thing populated, which means she must just do this.
Yeah,
she's just trying to go viral to get people riled up. So she's in on the idea that gender wars exist, and she's just trying to exploit it to go viral. I saw, and also the second search was for her husband. I was like, yeah, because she definitely got a man, and it reminds me of the one we did a couple weeks ago, Karen, where it was a dude being like, this woman took me out for my I was going out for my birthday, but then she brought her kids, and then she did this, and at the end he was like, it was his wife and his kids,
which was hilarious,
because she's right. And I was like, this is perfect, because on the one hand, obviously we're not really gonna argue, it's like it's almost a 0 if you're taking it serious, but this is so smart and funny, and so in those ways I wish I could give her a higher score, but you guys are right, it's no one Only stupid people will think that's real.
Agreed.
Right.
So,
She looked like she was fucking that steak up though. Like,
didn't she? Okay. I just know he was whoever the man who took that picture was smiling and laughing so hard.
How many cuts did they have to do? That wasn't the first time she did that.
I know that man can't take her nowhere. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that in the bad way. I mean that in the most like, oh my God, you are so extra. You always coming up with some more. Like they was in the car and she's like, I'm gonna eat the steak like a dog. You take the picture, then I'm gonna post this caption. He's like, girl, why every time we go somewhere, other people can see us. It was people in that restaurant.
Ryan, you embarrassing us at the Ruth Chris.
They don't know we doing a skit. They just think something wrong with my wife.
They think something wrong with you.
Okay.
Not at the Ruth Chris.
Let's do let's keep the party going. Let's go to let's do some Guess the Race. Where's my Guess the Race music at? Am I in the right thing? Oh yeah, I found it. Here we go. This time for the race. 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 All right, guess the race. Go around the globe, find different articles, guess the race of the people involved. Today's contestants are Karen and D. And the chat room. And everybody's racist. Man arrested after driving child-sized pink Barbie Jeep through Prince George, BC, which is Canada. Okay, British Columbia.
And on the road?
On the road.
With that little ass battery, the thing don't get more than 3 miles an hour because kids.
Yeah, go Power Wheels type of battery. Yes. On a day that included a hit and run involving an ambulance and a prominent downtown business being destroyed by a fire, photos and video of the Barbie Jeep quickly spread online with a mixture of humor and disbelief, because a Prince George man was pulled over by police after driving the child-sized pink toy Barbie Jeep on the main roads. Photos captured by several witnesses show Casper Lincoln wearing aviator sunglasses and cruising down 15th Avenue.
Not aviator sunglasses.
This buddy got jokes.
This is too much.
Speaking of CBC News,
I was surprised I mounted it, pull him up on them horses.
Right. I felt like he got pulled over by the police. I was like, sir, can we get some identification? He's like, I'm just kidding. Lincoln said he was getting ready to go get a Slurpee with a friend, but got lazy and decided to borrow his roommate's child's tiny car to get around. Poor baby.
That I'd have been mad. That baby mad.
Right. Well, it works two ways, because like on the one hand, it's like, yo, the kid got carjacked by her, like uncle.
Did she file a police report?
I wonder if she called.
I would have.
I wondered, because at first I was like, man, the police really pulling people over for this, and now I'm like, man, if that little girl called, they just doing their job.
That little girl mad as hell.
I want to hit a 911 call. It's like, oh, my uncle got my car. Man, I seen him going up the street. Fire, police, emergency. I've been carjacked.
I've been robbed.
Right.
Hoodwinked.
He said he never drove it before while laughing. In the images he's seen driving a car near the side of a road that's been closed for construction.
His knees in his chest. Them things ain't but so big.
Some onlookers were in disbelief. You're really arresting him for driving a kid's Jeep, asked Summer Karan, one of the people filmed the man being put in handcuffs. They say he was close to the curb and going maybe 3 miles an hour.
Yes, we are arresting you. Yes, you're slowing traffic down.
Yeah, like, you're impeding traffic.
Right, and people are afraid to hit you, and some people are gonna drive behind you because they don't, they're afraid to pass you, like they do bikers sometimes.
He should have put a Bluetooth speaker in the back and been playing some music.
Entertain
summertime. He said, I was cruising down the street, right? This woman who saw the incident said she drove in the lane beside him. I was cruising down the street, right, and this undercover unmarked police vehicle was behind me, so I rolled my window down and say, don't let them catch you riding dirty.
Not riding dirty.
I was
That's
thinking that
hilarious.
is so good.
Oh
Cruising
my
down the
god.
street with my dag. Ooh,
I
that's
feel
good.
like driving a Barbie car is driving Purdy, not driving dirty. She was
I ain't
surprised.
gonna lie, I probably would be interested. Like, hey, what he doing? I want to talk to this
Right,
man.
right. I can see myself rolling the window down, like, "You good, bro?"
Like, if you could.
She said he didn't look like he was speeding to me.
No way he's speeding.
The police said they had received multiple calls about him and told him he'd been driving in the middle of the road, which he denied, saying that the majority of his journey had been on the sidewalk until he was blocked off for that lane. So then once he saw the blocked off lane on the road, he was like, "I can hop on the road," but he had been driving on the sidewalk. So yeah, there you go, guys. Guess the race of Mr. Let me look up his name. First name. It's Casper Lincoln. Karen?
White as Casper the Ghost.
All right. D?
Very Caucasian. Very Caucasian.
Let's check the chat room, see what they believe. Riding like Adam Sandler in The Waterboy, white. Wanna be Ken, white. Laughing while talking to the police, white. Right? That was a detail, right? He had jokes. Short King is as white as the name Casper implies, and Mount Milk.
That's hilarious.
More like Mountie Milk, right? That ninja white and cruising down the street in my taco. Easy white.
Somebody got that out of my head. I was trying to get it out, but I couldn't.
Well, the correct answer is white. You guys all got it correct. And that's him as the police pulled him over. That's him driving.
Hilarious.
That's him
getting niggas in the vehicle.
It is really the Barbie Jeep, though. That is hilarious.
Yeah, that's got to be a weird thing to call your friend. Like, yeah, I'm gonna
waste of taxpayer money. But I guess maybe they don't have this Canada, right?
Yeah, maybe
they got room for silly crimes like this. Like,
yeah,
we ain't got room for stuff
they
like that.
took him to jail tells you like how little they have going on up there. They was like, we make the time.
Right.
This knucklehead needs to learn. Come here, you hoser, or whatever they say. Let's go to a more serious crime, okay?
Okay.
We've all had roommates. Some you like, some you didn't. Well, this man apparently did not like his roommate. This man chased down like a dog and murdered his roommate.
Oh no.
Over an argument. Over an argument about the TV remote location.
Not the remote control. Not the remote control,
man. In June, Richard,
y'all don't know how to put a little ping thing on it where you can find it at all times. You ain't got to kill me.
Richard Bernard, 40, was convicted by a jury in Prince George County, the other PG.
The other PG. We didn't escape.
Of murder in the second degree, used a handgun, commission of a crime of violence, tampering with evidence over the shooting death of Dominique Scott Hayes, 27. The defendant was sentenced to 50 years in prison. In January 2024, he shot and killed Scott Hayes at their shared residence in Berrywood Lane in Springdale. The killer, for his part, claimed self-defense. What? The defendant told police,
what he do? Throw some AA batteries at you? What are we doing here?
Right? Say fell asleep in the living room on the second floor around 2 a.m. but woke up at 5:30 a.m. to find Scott Hayes making a lot of noise. So Scott Hayes yelled for the TV remote's location. The since condemned man went on to say he first ignored the roommate, but then Scott Hayes walked behind the couch, demanding the remote's location. He said he then removed a blanket from his eyes to see Scott Hayes holding 2 large knives. So he said he grabbed the gun, pointed at it would be a assailant. So this is his recounting
of events.
So we don't know if this is true or not.
Agreed.
He could have shot the dude and threw 2 knives on the ground. We don't know.
Right.
But yeah, he says he added the victim initially backed away at the sight of the firearm before taunting him by saying he would not fire the weapon. And then he said, "There's only one way to find out." What kind of dirty, hairy ass?
What in the
one liner?
Driving in the air.
Are you feeling lucky? He then admitted to opening fire on the man, and as he approached with the knives, but I guess the jury ain't believe that, so he ended up going because he ended up getting sentenced. He said he saw no bullet holes, and he saw the bullet holes but no blood, and wasn't even sure he hit the other man, and then he went back to sleep. Tell you right now, player, that's not helping your case. That's not gonna help you with the jury right there. The going back to sleep after shooting your roommate.
I'm about to say you lasted as long as that dude would look for them kids.
Oh, from a couple of episodes ago, yeah.
I did a few minutes and I was like, I'll go back to sleep.
So guess the race of Mr. Richard Bernard. Karen,
I'm going black.
Okay. D.
My gut is gonna tell me black, but the knives got me a little concerned because I don't be knowing about the blacks and the knives. But it's PG County, Maryland. You know, the blacks be living up in there, so black.
All right, let's check the chat room. That is a white man with knives. Well, that's the roommate who got shot, so I don't know his race. Okay. Is he a grape or too white? Wow. The roommate lost the remote in the cushions and the white man could not take it anymore.
Oh no.
Bang Bang Bernard black. John Wick less black. The correct answer is, and everyone who said black, you got it right.
Hey.
Couple of y'all did say white though. So.
Oh Lord.
Only thing that would have made
this sleep though.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing that would have made this better if they just said if they were fighting over watermelon and fried chicken.
Oh my God.
Right.
Karen, racism. What?
The racism.
The remote is looking for the remote is a black thing, Karen. What is going on? Let's just go to the bonus round. Karen is Karen. That's why she's so good at the game. The racism hopped out.
How can I be racist about anybody or anything in my life? How can I?
Call them niggas. Just call them niggas.
It's time to go.
Baboon, big John, and fast running. High jumping, spear chucking, 360-degree basketball.
Florida. A Florida man was recently arrested for attacking a couple just outside of a Publix grocery store. His weapon of choice? Bug spray.
I was about to say nunchucks.
Daniel John Cannell, 65. Man, that's too old to be acting like that.
Right, with bug spray.
Stands accused of 2 counts of aggravated battery with great bodily harm. On August 31st, just after 2 p.m., police responded to a call about an altercation at the supermarket. Deputy said the male victim had already been taken to a nearby hospital due to being sprayed in the face by what appeared to be bug spray. By the way, this is such a petty weapon, though.
It's so petty.
It's a petty weapon, but it do feel like it would mess you up.
Right.
Because you can't breathe. I mean, because it's not as bad as like a mace or anything like that or pepper spray.
But it for sure wasn't meant to go. But it wasn't meant to go into your eyes and stuff. So.
Like it will still mess you.
It's a lot of warnings. It's a lot of warnings. I wonder if
not digest.
I wonder if it might be as bad.
You know,
that's what I'm saying. And because it kill. And the other thing,
it's designed to kill.
The other thing too is I do wonder the brand, because I feel like it's some bug sprays that you be like when you in the dollar store you be like this ain't even do nothing.
Water. They gonna shake that off and be like, you serious, girl?
Yeah, you just gonna annoy these roaches. But then like if you get that wasp spray, I feel like that wasp spray kill a person. That wasp spray strong.
That wasp spray might take it down.
Come on,
yeah, we use the wasp spray for everything. We don't care what you Bear, you can get this wasp spray too.
I no joke. When that lizard got in our house years ago on that episode, I shot it with wasp spray. That's how I got it out the house. And I remember when I sprayed it, it flipped over onto his back. Like, what was that? Like, what you hit me with?
That's very African American. We have one spray and spray all the bugs and animals. Same spray, no matter what it was.
We got 18 different bug sprays. One does it all.
It's like if I go to the store and they got a rocket launcher, what's the point of getting the rest of these guns? I got what I need. That's the big joke of guns. And that's what the wasp spray is. The big joke. That's why it costs the most. Anyway,
that's why it costs the most.
Deputy said, soon a consensus arose. A deputy wrote in the charging document, other units that arrived first on the scene stated the victims smelled of blood spray. The deputies also noted the presence of spray residue on the rear window of the victim's white Honda Civic, as well as on the front of the female victim's black t-shirt. So he got it on the car, on her shirt. He was.
Hey.
I know they
container. How big was the bug spray? It must have been one of the big ones with the nozzle you take off. Because how much he had?
He was good. He let the chopper spray out.
Yeah,
no pun intended. The male victim said he was initially in one checkout line when his wife yelled for him to come to the one she was at, but the process of picking up multiple lines allegedly did not sit well with the defendant. So his wife's like, hey, come to line 4 or whatever. And then the defendant like, whoa, what you doing, dog? You can't be violating the line rules. The male victim told him that the guy who sprayed him, Canel, approached and attempted to get in front of his wife, who said she was already in line waiting for her husband. The affidavit claims the defendant. Oh, so they tried to juice the line. Okay, listen, all of us that had black parents have gone through this. She was holding the place, and then the husband was bringing the items, and then she was gonna basically let him jump line by being like, I was in line, he the one with the items, we together,
right?
And this dude wasn't having it, so he jumped in front of her like, no, if you ain't got your items with you, I'm in line. And then that's how the fight started. The affidavit claims the defendant became upset when the couple began placing their merchandise on the belt. So at the same time, he allegedly also began placing his merchandise on the belt with theirs. Come on, man.
Very aggressive.
Yeah, he just being in it.
This is a petty dude. The husband stated an argument arose between the wife and the defendant due to the husband stepped in. Then the husband stepped in between them to tell him to back off.
Right.
The husband said that he then left his car and merchandise and ran out the store. The dude ran like, I'll be back. Come back, spray up this whole joint. The husband stated that his wife and him went out to their vehicle again, loading their merchandise into it when he ran up behind them and sprayed them in the face with bug spray. He tried to chase the assailant off, but he
can't see.
Yeah.
Can't breathe.
I wonder how old the victims were. Like, is this old people on old people violence in Florida, 65, and then like
I heard 65. Florida people be retiring to Florida, so.
In the footage, they got footage. The footage, the defendant is allegedly seen getting into his white Ford F-150 and driving to the other side of the public parking lot and parking it in a stall. Right. Next, he is allegedly seen lying in wait before spraying the couple in the face. Right? With the apparent bug spray, and then he continues to run off. The defendant was later located, taken into custody at a nearby cemetery.
A cemetery?
Hold up. That is such a random detail.
Come on. He was there like at the end of John Wick when he talked to his dead wife and before he about to go do his thing. He was like, I buried Margaret here, and I just had to let you know I got him, honey. I got him. During the initial interview, the defendant allegedly said the other man spit in his face during the supermarket showdown, but did not want to talk about anything that occurred in the parking lot.
The supermarket showdown.
You out here running and gunning. I know what. I don't think that people spit on you.
Right. There's a lot of details in here.
A lot of details.
He was briefly detained in the county jail for $2,000 bond, but he has since been released. So the sheriff put out a statement. This is a disgusting and cowardly act. And over what? Who checks out first at the grocery store? The level that this man took it to was dangerous and completely unnecessary. Please, when frustrations inevitably occur in life, take a moment to ask yourself, is this worth it? More often than not, you will find the answer is no. And that is one to grow on. Aaron,
what? It's like an after school special message.
Right? That's hilarious.
The more you know.
Yes.
Guess the race of Mr. Let me get his name. Daniel John Cannell.
Oh, white, because that bell was like $2,000. Like that's like we've heard some ridiculous, 100,000, 200, 500. They was like 2,000. I was like,
okay,
that's
You
close.
think that's white bail.
That's close to almost a no bail type of situation.
What about you, D? What race you think he is?
Listen, I heard that Florida 65 F1 Ford F-150, the bail, that is a white man.
All right,
It
let's
gotta
check
be
the
a
chat
white
room.
man.
That's hilarious.
See if you both can go 3 for 3 today.
Okay.
Using
Hey.
bug spray as a weapon feels racist.
That's hilarious.
So white. Man, listen, you win the prize.
Right, that was good.
Great job. A white Ford F-150, a cemetery, white. Spray and pray villain name in the fumigator, white. Wasteful and white. The victim got the last of the peach sweet. Oh man, that peach sweet heat chicken at the Publix, it do bang.
It's absolutely delicious.
See you over there. If you get the last
That's a bug chopper.
that
That
might
might be what you're spraying.
if I'm in line and then you jump me with the peach street, if you jump me with the peachy chicken, I don't know, dog. I might have to get the
I might be
motherfucking wall spray.
considering.
Homie let the bug chopper spray, white nonsense. Oh, the police were fed up. Let's see, super white. The F-150 set it off. Supermarket
That's
sweet.
hilarious.
White. The correct answer is he was white.
Hey.
3 for 3. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I don't know why, because this detail doesn't really change anything, but white F-150 is it just like that's definitely a white man.
It hit
I don't
different.
know why.
It hit different.
Yeah,
You're right. It hit different.
I can't explain it, but it's something about it. I was like, yep.
Yeah, you did say it was a video. Somebody brought that up. Can we see the video?
I don't have the video. The police had the surveillance video.
Oh, the police had the surveillance.
Yeah, no, the video I would.
Oh, okay. I can say because sometimes they put the video out in the articles.
Yeah, no, I would have loved to show y'all the video.
No problem.
All right, last thing. Sword ratchetness, everybody. Longest sound effect in the world. Lincoln man charged after police find sword, brass knuckles, and a pound of weed.
Oh, the trifecta.
Was he gonna take on the Foot
That's
Clan?
right.
What? A Lincoln man is facing charges of after authorities found drugs, a sword, and brass knuckles in his home. They were conducting surveillance on a residence at 5:50 p.m. in order to serve a narcotics-related nighttime no-knock warrant. So they really thought he was. They knew he was doing something. Court documents show investigators had evidence that 51-year-old Jameson Bennett was selling marijuana and meth from the home. Guess the race.
Marijuana and meth? White.
Karen's going white. All right. What about you, D?
I'm gonna go white.
You guys are both correct. He was white. He was white, selling meth out the crib and swords and brass knuckles and weed. So, yep. You guys got the bonus
That's a
round.
different kind of white though. Brass knuckles, weed, all that.
Right. That's a lot. He was taken to the station. So they found him and another man when they left the residence in a vehicle and drove to a gas station, but then they arrested him there. He was taken to the station. The other man was released at the scene. They returned to his home. They executed the search warrant. They found a pound of weed, $1,207 in cash, brass knuckles, and a 24-inch wakizashi sword.
Ooh.
And he's not allowed to have those weapons because he is a convicted felon. So he was wild. He knew he was in the wrong for all the stuff he was doing. He's charged with 2 counts of possession of a deadly weapon by a prohibited person and 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance and possessing money while violating 28-416. Oh, we all know 20. You don't want to
we all know what that is.
Yeah, I hate when people be like, "Now you that's a 28-416." I'm like, my bad. Thanks for telling me. The judge ruled he will be held without bond and set his next court date for. Wait, his next court date is until February. Oh, this is an old article. Okay, cool. I was about to say, damn. So the article's from 7 months ago. I'm just now reading it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, That feels extremely wrong. I know what he did is messed up, but you can't just have me waiting for trial 8 months. D, tell the people where to go to support you, to find you, to help the people, and most importantly, help you come in first when it comes to breaking this record.
I dropped the link in the chat one last time, but you can find us at Marion House, and it's Marion with an A, not an O. MarionHouse.org/5K. Team Pam Dukes, you can donate to my individual team. My individual fundraising goal was 3,000. Our whole team fundraising goal was 5,000. We almost there, but we can blow it out. We can blow it out the water.
Let's get there.
Yeah, let's get there. And I did want to tell y'all one quickly while we was on doing one of the segments. Remember those pork chops I told you about? Look at this blackness.
Oh, in the fourth.
The house manager sent me a plate upstairs. It's pork chops and greens and rice and gravy on this plate.
Are you gonna eat it and let it hang out your mouth and have someone take a picture?
Listen, I might gotta. That's a big pork chop. I might need to do that. I was like, look at this. She didn't even know I was up here doing this, but homegirl, she wanted to make sure I got my pork chop.
Man, I love it.
Tomorrow is actually the anniversary of my mother passing, so she know I won't be here tomorrow to get my plate. So she made me a plate.
Well, man, listen, I'm sure she will be proud of you and the legacy you're upholding, and obviously, fundraising and helping people. It's been so interesting to watch just the way your life has turned, like from like everything. I still remember the Total Wine days. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Like, it's
big. I'll be up in Total Wine, but just from a different angle now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nah, but I love it, and thank you for coming by.
Thank you, baby.
We'll be back.
Thanks for having me.
No, anytime. We'll be back Saturday for a feedback show. And if you're premium, sports show is tomorrow. Nerd show is Friday. And I may or may not do a movie review Thursday. It depends on if I'm gonna get to go see him or not. All right, y'all. Until next time, I love you.
I love you too.
Bye, everybody. Bye.